athletes who step on stage to compete. There are athletes who come to earn respect. And then there are athletes who arrive like a force of nature, shifting the entire energy of the bodybuilding world the second they hit the lights. And that rare breed is exactly what Vlad Suhoruchko represents. Because when you speak his name in hardcore bodybuilding circles, people don't whisper. They widen their eyes. They shake their heads. They double-check the photos and videos on their screens just to confirm if this man is even human. Because what Vlad brings is not simply size. It's a different category of freak factor. A look that makes veterans uncomfortable. A look that shocks audiences who thought they had seen it all. And that's the reason the bodybuilding community is starting to look at him, not as just another IFBB pro, but as a phenomenon in motion. The future embodied in a monster who has barely begun to scratch his ultimate potential. Because from the very first time Vlad's photos started circulating online, people were already comparing him to legends of the mass monster era, saying his round muscle bellies, his exploding quads, his granite-thick back looked like a cross between Dorian Yates's density and Ronnie Coleman's fullness, yet with a modern freak sharpness that belongs to this new age of bodybuilding. And if you've ever watched him train, you know why he looks like this, because his workouts are not normal training sessions. They are war zones. Every rep pushed with a brutality that makes his muscles scream, and yet he keeps going, face locked in cold determination, veins bursting, eyes dark with hunger. And you realize this man is not training to participate. He is training to dominate, to destroy, to crush anyone who dares share the same stage. And that is why his physique doesn't just look big. It looks dangerous, as if his traps, his arms, his chest are weapons carved for battle. And when he poses, the air changes, because Vlad doesn't pose like a competitor. He poses like a conqueror declaring ownership over the stage. Every lat spread like wings of a predator ready to strike. Every side chest like a tank rolling forward. Every most muscular like an explosion of granite under skin. And when the lights hit his vascularity, it looks unreal. A living anatomy chart painted with fire and war. But what makes his journey even more terrifying is that Vlad is still young, still evolving, still sharpening his edges, because what he is now is only the beginning of the monster he will become. And that's why insiders of the sport are whispering louder and louder that if he stays healthy, if he continues this level of insane progression, then the Olympia stage is not just a possibility, it is his destiny. And that thought alone sends chills through fans and fear through competitors, because every great champion had a moment when the world realized they weren't just another name, they were an inevitability. And this right here is Vlad Suhoruchko's inevitability unfolding before our eyes. A storm too powerful to ignore. A storm that carries with it the echoes of Ukraine's iron grit. A storm born from hunger, pain, and sacrifice. A storm that will not stop until it stands under the golden lights of Mr. Olympia. Because Vlad doesn't care about hype. He doesn't care about excuses. He doesn't care about being called too young, too raw, too soon. He only cares about becoming undeniable, and every time he steps on stage, that word becomes more and more fitting. Undeniable size, undeniable freak factor, undeniable hunger. And as the lineup of bodybuilding's new monsters grows with names like Nick Walker, Good Vito, Rubiel Mosquera, Andrew Jacked, Samson Dauda, fans are realizing they cannot speak of the future without including Vlad Suhoruchko right at the top, because his presence isn't optional, it's mandatory. His physique isn't just impressive, it's unforgettable, it's haunting. It's the type of look that lingers in your mind like a nightmare you can't shake off. And as he continues to carve his path through pro shows, you can almost hear destiny calling. You can almost see the day when his name is announced under the Olympia lights, and the crowd explodes because they know they are watching a new era unfold. They are witnessing the moment a freak becomes a legend, and that is why today, right now, bodybuilding fans around the world should burn this name into their memory, Vlad Suhoruchko, the storm, the monster, the weapon, the inevitability, the future. Because this is not just another story. This is the rise of something that cannot be stopped. And if you want to witness every insane rep, every jaw-dropping pose, and the rise of legends like Vlad Suhoruchko, don't wait. Hit my muscle craze, Mo, and subscribe now, because missing out is not an option. Be part of the madness, the muscle, and the unstoppable freaks only on Muscle Craze.